And we are live. I am joined by Tobin Templeman and Kitty. It was going to be a full house, but we had two people with family emergencies. I cannot corroborate that. Hey, I give you one chance. If at the second chance, you're labeled a flake in my. I'm sorry. I cannot. I book these things weeks in advance. So, do me the. If you ever get booked on my show, do me the favor, give me more notice than that. And a third person got COVID. So it was going to be 6 of us. Now it's 3. In the live chat, what's going to happen? Well, let me start off. Why are we doing this? I'm going to run this banner. So as you know, Kitty, help me out. So this is not just for Diana's kidney transplant, because she's not even really technically on the list yet. This is help with logistics to facilitate that, right?
Because I was informed that she wasn't even going to be allowed to be on the list until she could prove that she had someone that would act as a carer for her in the weeks post-operation, because she will not be able to really do much of anything for herself. She needs someone there pretty much full-time, and there are people in the community that are stepping up for that, but fuel to get them there and to cover, food expenses and anything that they need while taking care of Diana. So the fundraiser is mostly for the ancillary things, around what it's going to take in order to get her this transplant.
Okay, excellent. That makes sense. So this is, I think, at least the third, maybe the fourth fundraiser we've done, and the last one was hugely successful. I'm thinking we raised, I think, if I remember right, 3 or 4 grand. Or I don't know. So hopefully Ben will be in here, or someone that has access to that fundraiser site, to keep us updated on the funds, who donates throughout the next 2 hours. That would be great, just to kind of give us updates. I would like to see that. Hello, Von Reck. So welcome everybody. So let's start off with plugs. We'll start with Kitty.
Okay, so coming up on sorry, I have to check my schedule. I know on Wednesday I have a stream with Godless Granny, and that will be 8 Eastern, 7 Central on Wednesday on her channel. And then it is not confirmed yet, but possibly on with Keto and Crime at 3 p.m. Central next Tuesday. So that one's tentative, but the one with Gigi, I will definitely be there for that. Other than that, there is going to be a auction, a charity auction. There's a bunch of things that I've made to donate for it, and all of the funds are going to the fund for Diana. And I even said, as an extra thing, we're going to keep track of all of the donations and who, gave what. And the person that has the highest donation, I will make something and ship it to them on my own dime for them. I'll give them like a choice of a few different options of things that I could make, and I'll ship it, wherever. So whoever donates the most to the fund, I'm going to toss in a little something else to sweeten the pot.
Excellent. So Keto and Crime, who Kitty was just talking about, that's Tracy Barkley. That's one of the people who's supposed to be here right now, who had a family issue come up. So she gets a pass though, so she's cool as hell.
Might explain why she didn't get back to me today, because she had asked me, last night, and I was just like, my mind wasn't there. I didn't check my Twitter DMs because we've been trying to set up this thing, and I'm really bad at checking my Twitter DMs. I'm terrible. Which is why it's a good thing that Jim's got my cell phone number. Like, he could literally just text me and be like, "Hey, bitch, where are you?" But no, like, I'm better at answering texts, so I'm still bad about that too, like scatterbrained. So she hasn't gotten back to me yet in the DMs. So it might be that whatever came up, is so why there's a delay. So I can verify and vouch for her that there's got to be something, because she hasn't gotten back to me yet.
Okay, Tobin.
Hello. Yeah, I'm here on YouTube, and I like to hang out with people on their open mics and stuff like that. And also on my channel, I produce music and I make videos and stuff like that to go along with the music. My wife Kendra is a part of that project, and we're almost done with the first like group of songs. Um, I've already finished the 10th one, and I'm about to start making the video for it. So by the end of this week, I should have I'll probably have put it out. But yeah, go jam out. Come play with me. Come listen to some music, and also like to say I've donated to the cause to help out Lavender Lady, and I would really like to see us pull together to help her out. That would be awesome.
Yes. Also, you'll see this flash up periodically during the show. Also, it's in the description section, so you can click on it there as well. And if someone wants to put it in the live chat, I'll pin it to the top if I can figure out how. That's a new option. I haven't tried that yet. I just wrapped up an episode. You might have already seen it. It's the best. It was what I consider the best argument for the existence of God. Spoiler alert, it's the fine-tuning argument. I believe that's their best argument. So I'm working on a follow-up episode, the best argument for the non-existence of God. And I don't know if it's going to be divine hiddenness, all the contradictions in the Bible, or vicarious redemption, just the whole idea of vicarious redemption. So I don't know. Once I pick what I think is the best argument for atheism, then I'll do an episode on that. Also, April 3rd, I'm giving another lecture. I guess this is kind of weird. I usually maybe one or two a year, and this is the second one this year already. So I'm going to be talking about the lecture is Ambassadors of Atheism. It's how to present yourself as a positive role model, positive example for secularism and separation of church and state. And I'm giving that at a Unitarian Universalist church in Dallas-Fort Worth. If you're in the area, April 3rd. There's ways to find me if you're in the area and you want to come to that in person. Okay, let's get into the T-shirt giveaway. And don't let me forget, because it's happened in the past. This is the third time we've done what we're about to do. One of those times, student Dr. Ben won one time, and then another time we just damn forgot to give away a T-shirt at the end. So don't let me forget. And that T-shirt will be the three of us will vote on who has participated the most and who's got the most correct guesses. And kind of, it's kind of a subjective guess, and guests and of the show and people in the live chat are, available to win. So we'll vote on that. So if you're in the live chat, participate, and you might win an Atheist Edge T-shirt. Let's jump into it. I think we're going to go with G1. We have 11 today. We got 2 hours. We got through 15 last time, but that was 2.5 hours. So I'm thinking we can get through all these. But you know what? If we don't, that's fine. There's only 3 of us instead of 6 of us this time. So we can take our time and kind of look these over. Remember, I can zoom in on anything you all want. The way this works, as you, Kitty and Tobin, are looking at these, and you're looking at it in the live chat, is there's 3 types of deduction. The most common one is gosh damn, I can't even remember now. There's deductive reasoning. And that's what we think Sherlock uses when he looks at a mustard stain on someone's collar and says, "Oh, you had a whatever club sandwich for lunch." No, that's not deductive reasoning. Deductive reasoning is always, by its very nature, 100% accurate, because it can be no other way. Inductive reasoning is slightly less accurate. We're not using that either. And if you want to Google these or Wikipedia them, what we're using is that third type. It's abductive reasoning. It's making inferences based on things that we can. That's what Sherlock is using, and people don't realize it. That's abductive reasoning. So the accuracy rate is way lower, but then when you do get a hit, it's much more, shock, wow factor, awe-inspiring. So we're using abductive reasoning today, and we're just going to guess a few things. We've got 11 photos. I've talked too much. You guys What do you think about this picture? Tell me to zoom in on something.
Yeah, where do we start? There's a lot of action going on in this one.
I mean, it kind of looks like the bedroom of a teenage boy, not gonna lie.
Okay. For this one, I'm not going to give in. We might mix it up for each photo, but for this one, I'm not going to give anything away until the very end. So I'm just going to write down what you say. Kitty thinks it's a teens and male. Okay.
Well, because the shoes on the floor look kind of large and more like a male style. I mean, sneakers are kind of, there's not too much of a difference in sneakers, but,
Mm-hmm.
those do look kind of like sneakers that one of my friends used to have. And
Now, if I switch
like
over
it's
to the other
inside.
screen, you guys still see the full photo, right? Or you're seeing it the same right now? If I
Yeah,
can
it
switch
looks the
over, because
same.
I want to check out the live chat. Okay, as long as you all are seeing the full screen as well. All right.
Yeah.
Hello, Carol, the 406 Atheist. What a screen name. I love that. I wonder if Neil has seen that before. Titan is here. Ollie Man, Secular Rarities. Hey, Student Dr. Ben, I don't know if you heard or at the top of the show, but if you or somebody that has access to Lavender Ladies donation page, I would love to keep apprised over the next 2 hours, just periodically on how donations are going. So that might be cool. If not, no biggie, but I'd like to see some updates if possible. Again, that's the way to donate. It's a great cause. It's going to really help out with eventually getting that kidney transplant. But the dialysis that she goes through is it's an ordeal, logistically and emotionally. Any little bit you have that available to give. What else? Okay, where are we zooming in? So male and teen.
Okay.
Tobin.
Can you
What
zoom
else?
in
Yeah.
on the bed, like on the bottom corner? Well, it'd be more like it's the bottom corner of the bed, like back by that chair.
Oh, okay. Oh,
This
what is
definitely
that?
makes me want to say that I think they have a very carefree personality. The way that electrical cord was strung across, it doesn't look like they're too much
Oh, that.
Go
worried
back.
about.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
cord.
I don't.
That's a
Yeah.
charger that's left plugged in. Guys, I know this is off topic, but don't leave your charger plugged in if you're not charging your phone. And don't leave your phone charging overnight if you can avoid it, because that's huge energy waste. All right, let's go back over here. Kitty, what were you looking at?
So there's the hatchet there, and those are grappling
Oh.
training gloves. So they're definitely outdoorsy. And that deodorant right there, it looks like it's Old Spice deodorant.
Old Spice. It
So
sure
I'm pretty
is.
sure that this is a dude's room. Like,
Okay.
like I thought so at first glance, but now I'm pretty much convinced that
Mhm.
this is a guy's room. Women don't usually use Old Spice deodorant. I mean, they can. There's nothing wrong with that,
Mm-hmm.
but it does tend to be more of a masculine thing.
They
Those-
definitely look like they probably do some nature walking, maybe with that backpack.
And then there's
Oh,
the
yeah.
there's something Everlast there. They make sports and outdoors equipment as well.
This is a mouthpiece. I just know from martial arts. This is definitely a mouthpiece.
Oh.
Yeah,
And
so
mask. This is hand. Those hand exercises
the
for forearm
hand
strength.
grip. They
Oh, yeah, I
actually
can see
maybe
that.
they're a climber. They might actually do rock climbing.
You got to have massive forearm strength and grip strength for climbing. That is true.
They
But since you
wear
see the
masks
MMA,
too. They got
oh,
the mask for the They're definitely health conscious. It seems.
right, that could lend even something as simple as this. Would that be enough to say that they're not conservative? I mean, it really is. Is that pushing it too
Well,
far?
that might push it a little too far because there are still conservatives that wear masks,
Right.
but it does lead me towards them being more likely to not be a plague rat and are more likely to be vaccinated. Although there are a lot of health conscious people that are on the liberal side that refuse to be vaccinated because reasons. and then that looks like a fan or air purifier
Mhm.
next to the chair.
Oh,
And
let
can
me get to
you
the
zoom
live
in on the
chat.
bottom?
I can't do both. Hold that thought,
No, that's
Kitty.
fine.
Can one of you
That's fine.
read the live chat? There's something about a toothpaste. I'm going to get back to where I can zoom in. I think was that secular rarity?
Is that a small bottle of toothpaste? Yes.
Yeah,
On the little nightstand. It
okay.
could have also been something like
Yes, it is.
Neosporin.
Oh, right,
Like
or even
it is
Ben
a
Gay.
small tube of something. It could be an
Mm,
ointment or toothpaste.
yeah,
Vonrek
icy
also
hot.
says, oh, it just moved on me. They
I
probably
think they
have
might have a
long
ponytail.
hair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because the
Did you
hair
say long
tie.
hair? Who
Yeah,
said that?
Vonrek.
Okay, make a note of that, you guys, for later, because that was it.
Is
I
the
yeah,
exact
that
same
was a
hair
dead.
ties.
Yeah, that's a dead giveaway. I have to go ahead and reveal that now. This person does have long hair. So, however you figured that out, that was good. Let me just start giving
Vonrek
some of
is
these else away
asking,
that you
oh,
got. Kitty did get mail. Um, who's it? I don't see the live chat. Someone got long hair. Oh, a weapon collector. We saw that. I think Kitty called that. Now, what jumps out at you about this type of hatchet, though? I mean, you don't just walk into Home Depot and buy one that looks like that, right?
it might be one that it's just had stuff added to it. It looks like maybe just rope, because
Oh
the
yeah.
handle kind of looks polished at the end. If it's, and the way it's actually, it has that center nut that gets driven down
All
into
right.
the
And the
axe
flat
head.
back end for making it into a hammer. It's more like a survivalist hatchet. Like it's possible they have native heritage and that they decorated the hatchet that they bought from the store themselves.
Ding, ding, ding. Kitty, you're on fire right now. Okay, so it's native heritage, but not North American native heritage. That'll be a little clue.
That's what Becca's saying. Is he a Native American?
Well, America, remember, is not just North America.
I mean, there's Central and South America, so it
Yeah.
could have like Aztec or Mayan blood.
If anyone else wants, I'm not going to give that one away right away. I'll let people guess at that. But that it's not handmade, but it is a male, so he is a weapon collector, just for fun. But let me see. So you called that, was that Tobin or Kitty, or kind of both of you? This person does practice mixed martial arts, but is a striker, not a grappler. Even though these are grappling gloves, this tap out gear, that's kind of that would throw you off if you knew what this is. These are for grappling, but they're also for striking. So this person is a striker in a striking system, never taken Brazilian jiu-jitsu or anything grappling, and competes, works out 6 days a week and competes.
Oh
Hence the
yeah,
mouthpiece up here.
Ollie Man is saying tap out on the backpack is from MMA.
And the
Yeah.
earbuds,
Yeah, this
which a
pack
lot of people wear
has
earbuds
tap out.
at the gym.
Oh, okay. Yeah, true. Yeah, see there right here,
I think
tap out.
Tap out
That's
grappling
MMA
gloves when I
gear.
did martial arts.
Mhm.
Now that I think about it.
Ox says Canuck. I'm not sure.
Canadian.
As a question. Oh,
Does it say Canuck? Canuck? No, not Canadian. South America. It's Chilean. He's Chilean ancestry, and he lives in Chile. So that's one that might not. And who? This original post, someone was able to gather that just from looking at this. I don't know how, but they got it.
Can you zoom in at the foot of the chair and the foot of the bed? Because like there's something fluffy down there, and I'm trying.
Oh, at the foot
to
of the chair.
see.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
like I can't.
slippers.
Or a dog toy. Like it's kind of hard to tell, but it just caught my eye.
I don't see anything on my notes. The only thing yeah, Chilean. All right, so we got male, we got Chilean, lives in Chile. He's a striker, not a grappler. Competes. He's an athlete. He trains 6 days a week. Oh, someone got long hair. That was awesome. So there's 3 things that we missed. So being an athlete, I don't know how, but in the original post, somebody guessed that this person has a body odor problem. And maybe they were just kind of throwing spaghetti at the wall, just since you train so much that, most of the time, maybe you don't always have a chance to take a shower. And or maybe there's more to it, but someone get like a body odor problem
Well,
and
I mean,
was
having the
correct.
deodorant on the bed, is
Mm-hmm.
kind of you know, it's a quick fix before you go to bed, and the sheets don't look all that clean. I mean, they don't look filthy either, but
Right. The other one is can you extract anything about their sexuality? Are they cis gender? Are they heterosexual, homosexual? Is there a way to tell? And now we get into some gray areas that we've gotten into before, where we
Yeah,
start
I
typecasting
don't know
people. But
how I would really get to that just by looking at items, unless there is like a note or something. I don't know.
or like
What would it
visible
take?
hormones or something. Like
Yeah,
yes,
other than
like a
that, because
medicine bottle.
what's in this bag?
Right on.
I don't know. I
really
can't
hard to
tell.
tell.
Can you see through into that? That looks like, I don't know, inside that drawer.
That might actually be a box of like more masks, maybe. Like,
Or
they do
anything.
sell masks that come in large boxes like that if you buy them in bulk.
Yeah, if the
That could be like a
pixelation,
fast food receipt or
I
a
know.
takeout receipt,
If the
but it's all about
resolution was
speaking
better,
to
maybe we
takeout.
could even read that. I don't know.
Is it a lottery ticket?
One thing I always like to do, I go straight to the outlets. We already know this guy lives in
Oh, that's
Chile,
got the
but remember
weird.
the
That's
outlets.
how that's
Yeah.
how they figured out they were South American because the
Ah,
outlets are very, very specific.
because that doesn't look European and damn sure ain't US.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
And then you can
that's
just pull
awesome.
up outlets by country and see.
No shit. Oh, okay, so this is a cisgender heterosexual male, and the only other thing, I don't know how anyone got it, but this person used to be in a band. Oh, and he just moved here. So where he's living now, this spot, he just moved in.
I can see the just moved in since it's very relatively Spartan furnishings. I mean, it's cluttered as hell, but there's not much there. Mattress, box spring, a chair, a nightstand. Just
Yeah.
the bare essentials.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna do. If I forget to do this periodically, guys, the reason we are here for Lavender Lady to get Diana a new kidney eventually, we're helping out with logistics. So take this time. If you have $1 to give, if you have $5 to give, if you got $105 to give, there's the website. Go and donate. Uh, it, as much as you can. If you cannot afford to do so, don't do it. Save your money. If you're in a position where you can, please, she would be very grateful, and so would we. Also, you can click on the link. It's also in the description section of this video. All right, now I'm looking at you guys. Look at the live comments while I queue up the next one.
Ox is saying, if this is your room and you are watching, do not get upset with the comments made. It's your fault for sharing the picture. Right? Yeah, some clutter.
Okay.
I mean, that's
Was there
nothing
any
to
other
really be
live chat?
embarrassed about. Um,
Could
Oh,
just
Ox
be they
said,
were
"Are
in
they a
the
hitman
bedroom.
for the Chilean cartel?" That's good.
oh, I didn't make it up there yet.
What else? You keep looking at the live chat. If there's anything of note, Tobin or Kitty, I'm going to go ahead and put the next one up for people to start looking at.
Don't mind my yawning. I'm very tired.
All right.
Okay. Could be just they rarely use the bedroom.
Who
Oh
was
yeah,
that got the long hair? Was that Von Reck? That was
I
a
think
really
that was
good
Von Rett.
catch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a really good catch. Okay, so you guys can see this one. I'm gonna roll over to that so I can start zooming in. All right. What's your first guesses?
A kid
First
lives there.
thoughts?
With the buckets of Legos and the giant plushies. There's a kid that lives there.
Or who doesn't like Legos? It could be an adult, but yeah, you're probably right.
An adult would have
Oh,
them much more organized than that.
here's a
Yeah,
giveaway right over here.
Ox, Ollie Man, Von Rick, they all think they have kids. It's definitely one of them.
Now, can you tell multiple kids by how many Legos? Would that be a good assumption?
Hmm.
I mean, look at this. That looks like enough for a kindergarten.
I'm gonna posit this. It's somewhat clean and organized, and I think like the less kids you have, achieving that is
Mm.
much easier than having a whole bunch. I don't know. I don't know if I'm off base. I don't know.
Here's what I'm seeing. That doesn't just mean you have a pet. That means it's a dog, and it means it's a large breed. Because look at that thing, and look at the aggressive chewing going down on that.
Oxes.
Right? Oh,
Yeah.
yep. A kid does live here. Well, of course it does. But look, there's covers on the outlets.
And there's a cat on the
Oh,
couch.
yeah. There's asleep in a
There's a
weird
live
way.
one.
A fluffy
I
cat.
thought that was a plushie. Okay, that is a cat. Jesus. Now, is this some sort of kids' playhouse thing? I've never seen this before.
Yeah,
Ollie Man.
it is basically like a little pod tent thing where like there's a pad on the inside and like a metal frame underneath. So a kid can just like curl up. It's basically like a little portable like tent, but it's up off the floor. So it gives them like a little fort type situation.
Hmm.
They sell
Ollie
them at
Man. Oh,
Sam's.
right on. Ollie Man wants to zoom in on the red thing on the corner of the
Oh,
entertainment.
all right. What the hell? That's gonna haunt my dreams. It's like it's definitely a toy, but it looks like it could be a candle. It's got a face on it. Holy
It is kind of
balls.
nightmare fuel.
Is it a flashlight? It could be a kid's version of like Alexa. I don't know. That's a standard Panasonic TV. $349 at Sam's Club.
Sam's Club
Vonrick
is
is
legit.
saying, oh,
I know, right?
Vonrick is saying the outlet looks like it could be USA.
Oh, yeah, good call. I saw the cover, but yeah, it's definitely USA, right? Oh, you can kind of see outside maybe. Now again, these photos aren't always taken, they're not totally taken in a timely manner, so they could be older. But if I had to guess, I see leaves on trees. So somewhere in the South they live, somewhere where trees are not,
They don't have
leaves are not
seasons.
completely right. Correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, those are leaves on trees, right?
Yeah, and grass. I can see a little bit of grass at the very, very bottom, and then,
Oh yeah. So somewhere
leaves
south
on
of the
trees.
Mason-Dixon line, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Gerd just jumped into the chat. What's the picture hanging on the wall? What is it of?
A leopard. Oh, a cheetah. Is that a cheetah or yeah? Gosh, now I'm thinking a leopard. I don't know.
Cats are great.
Rarity thinks it could also be a bush. Maybe we're not seeing the grass. It could just be something that's real close to the window.
That's true.
Maybe.
Can you
That's
zoom in
true.
on the picture frame, like that's partially cut off in the picture, and see if we can see that?
That almost looks like a drawing, like someone in the house did it.
Yeah, like a child's drawing.
Maybe not even that. It could be, yeah, maybe a child. But it almost
it's
looks very
right off the
artistic,
street.
like shading, like a sketch, like maybe with
But it looks like some
colored
paint, like
pencils.
watercolor paint,
Oh, I see. Yeah.
drop there on the
Oh,
edge.
yeah. The drops here. True. Okay. So I'm gonna guess. I know this person, but I don't know how many kids they have. So I'm gonna guess at multiple kids. So I'll just guess two because I don't think this person could probably afford more than that. So I'm gonna say two kids. And loves them very much and keeps this place immaculate. Even and the kids are probably. I think I saw in the live chat earlier. It is possible to teach them to pick up after themselves, though it is an
Yeah.
ordeal. So I think they really have they're very well mannered kids. Uh, um, Look at the end table and this over here. They're both kind of antique looking, like they were hand me downs from parents or.
Yeah, it's before IKEA.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
definitely before IKEA. And the
Is that
entertainment
vaulted
stand is
ceiling?
essentially an old like dresser. And yes, it is a vaulted ceiling.
Vaulted ceiling. So it's probably
And
not a
there's a
rental.
camera.
I know. I was about to say that next. There's a freaking camera. So that I know this probably isn't the case
Oh,
because
that's
I
a
know
good
this
eye.
person, but it says to me that this room or part of this house might be used as a kind of a daycare, like you're running like a kid's, like you're a kid sitter, like you're running a daycare out of your house. So that would lend to why there's so many Legos too,
Possibly.
because that would be the nanny cam. So when you're in a, like if you have to run to the kitchen, you can still keep an eye on the kids.
Right.
Or you could also give that Wi-Fi to the parents of the kids, and then they could check on from their places of work.
That would be
Ollie
a good
Man,
idea if you were running a daycare,
Yep, that's
Ollie
standard
Man's
practice.
got something to say.
Oh,
He's asking, zoom in the middle of the top of the couch, please.
top of the couch where the cat is. Is that good?
Oh, that's good.
This is a giant shark I just noticed. And what's over here?
I
It's too
wasn't sure if
fuzzy.
it was a big Smurf or something like with a
Yeah,
Christmas hat on, but that is
it's a big
definitely not what's going on.
it's a big shark, and that's a
Yeah, it's a
pink
big shark
lion.
plushie. And the other thing, it's one of those, it looks like one of those plushies that you can flip them inside and out. So it's like two plushies in one.
Okay.
The little pill-shaped ones.
Okay, I think three pieces of furniture that are noticeably, this person is young and they don't have any business with this nice furniture. So this was given, there was a hand me down from like maybe a grandparents that died or parents, or they got it when they left their parents, and like hand me downs from parents or at a not a garage sale. This is too nice of stuff.
Vonrick is
Heirloom type
asking,
shit. Yeah.
Vonrick is asking, what is on the table beyond the shark? Can we really
That's
see?
what I can't get in
It's
there.
a bit
It's
too
a book.
blurry.
It looks like a book and then maybe mask or something. So that's the adult that's here caring for the kids. Looks like a book. Probably had to deal with multiple unruly toddlers. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. We go ahead and reveal yourself, and let's try to answer any loose ends that we had to this.
Okay, so no to the daycare. It is just
Oh,
one
so
child,
this is Kitty. This is Kitty, by the way,
but
guys.
it's a child on the autism spectrum. And that couch was purchased new, but 10 years ago. And, like after a while, those do start to show some wear and tear, especially when you have pets and an autistic child. My son will be 8 next month, but emotional maturity. Like, he's very intelligent, but his emotional maturity and emotional understanding is more like that of an older toddler. So some struggles and pitfalls with that. The camera is mostly just because I, being disabled, can't jump up like when he wants to go into the other room, so I can actually pull it up on the camera and be able to still see him while I'm either working or on the computer or at my sewing station, what have you. I can just pull it up on my phone and make sure that he's not getting into anything, because he will stack up all the couch cushions and everything and then climb over anything and everything to get into stuff, like to try to grab a knife out of the sink, because the kitchen is a big open floor plan with an island in the center with the sink, and we've got gates blocking it off. So our house is still child-proofed, at least the kitchen, because he will get into things like scissors and knives if you would let him. So yeah, the cameras are for his safety.
But you can see where I was coming from, because it's standard practice in home daycares now for their parents can watch their kids from work, which I think is a brilliant
Which is
idea.
great. That's
Yeah.
great, because you
Yeah.
never know, like, when you're putting your child in the care of someone. Help, even when he's only in my care, I want cameras to keep eyes on him. There's actually a camera in the room I'm in right now, that is because the three main areas that he plays in are his playroom. That's the living area, like, that we'll just curl up on the couch, watch TV and stuff in there. And then so there's one in the playroom, one in the living room, like facing towards the kitchen. Technically there's four cameras, because then there's one in the kitchen facing towards the living room, so you've got like cross coverage, because that island can kind of get in the way. Sorry. And then one in my sewing area, because sometimes he'll want to go mess with my sewing stuff too, which is not great. So you definitely have to have eyes on him at pretty much all times. But yeah, this picture was taken like a week ago or so.
Okay.
And getting him to clean up his stuff is kind of a struggle. It usually requires saying that he will lose his iPad if he doesn't. Like, it is a hassle, which is why all the Legos go in the bin. And that's not even all the Legos he has. He actually has like 2 or 3 bins like that size that are full to the brim. There's Legos everywhere in my house.
So it is not, you don't really have seasons where you live. You're in the South, right?
I'm
Did
in
we get
Florida.
that? Oh, okay.
I am
That
in
makes total
Florida,
sense. We
so
nailed that.
we have no seasons. We have hot and not so hot.
It's hot and sticky. But enough about my crotch. Sorry. I'm sorry. I apologize.
I very much say that Florida is located directly in Satan's taint. It is hot and sticky and sweaty and very unpleasant.
Yeah. And what was the other thing? The furniture. So what's with the
It's a mixed match of
fancy furniture?
Well, the couch, the couch and the chair were actually bought new, but they're several years old now. Like I said, the couch is like almost 10 years
I'm
old.
talking about the wood furniture. It's really like,
Oh yeah,
it looks like it came from older people.
Yeah, no, those were something that my partner had gotten as kind of like a hand-me-down, where it was just, they were not being used. It's like, there you go, have at.
Anything we
'Cause
got wrong?
we
Well,
don't
you
tend to spend
definitely
money if we can avoid it. So, like, there's no sense in buying new furniture when even if it doesn't match, like, it works. Like, I care more about functionality than I do aesthetics. Though when I am going to go out and buy something, like, I picked out that couch because that's the one that I wanted, and it's got like an L shape to it. So there's a section where I can stretch out and like elevate my leg, which is what I need to do to be comfortable with my disability. So, when I am going to spend money, I am not going to skimp on it, but I will get by with, functional until, like, I try not to settle for things, like, if you're going to make a big purchase, I feel, and this was instilled to me by my partner, don't settle. Go for what you want, even if it means you have to save up a little bit longer, because if you're settling, you're always going to be slightly unhappy with it, and you're better off just getting what you want, even if it takes a little longer.
right. All right. Let's go to J. Is this J1? Yes. Okay. Oh, so much to take in. All right, let's soak this in.
Ooh, this is an upper story room, I think.
Or
Oh,
an
you
attic
think
room.
An attic
why
room?
do you
Yeah.
guys say that? Because the slope, because that could be like the
Mhm.
side of the way the roof.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that the slope there.
Okay.
It's likely a female or femme presenting person's room, with the paint job and the purplish pinkish like lavender sweater on that chair. They're interested in music, considering the acoustic guitar and the ukulele.
Yep, that was exactly what I was gonna say if you didn't.
Sorry.
It's all good.
Okay.
Yeah, they got an appreciation for music.
I'm trying
Yeah,
to
let's
write
zoom
down.
in.
I'm 1 second. I'm trying to.
Okay.
So right now, Von Reck and Kitty are in a close race for getting that T-shirt until someone can tell me otherwise. All right. Zoom in where?
Yeah, let's find out if it's a violin or if it's a ukulele. I
Oh,
kind of think it's
okay.
a ukulele because of the round. Yeah, it
Yeah.
is the.
You nailed it. You nailed it.
On
Tobin.
that bookshelf, that
That
looks
was
like
what.
manga. So they're
Bookshelf.
probably a weeb.
All this right here.
Yeah, and below.
What the hell is a weeb? I don't even know
It's
that word.
basically like a slang term for someone really into like anime and manga. But yeah,
I've
those are
never heard
definitely
that.
volumes of manga, which are the graphic novels that anime are made from, usually.
Wow. Okay.
Student Dr. Ben says there's a lesbian flag,
On the
and
ceiling.
Ollie Man is saying there's a flag on the ceiling.
Yeah. Okay. So for Ollie Man and Ben, I didn't know this until I started reading the original post. Now, I just want to hear everyone's take in the live chat and you too, what this can say about the person. But there's something that you might not. Let me tell you, there's something you might not catch about this flag that kind of caught me off guard. It caught the original poster off guard too. And this person, after learning this, is going to take it down and replace it with a different one.
You know what? I were we talking about this person earlier?
Can you zoom out just a little?
No, this is
No.
no,
Oh,
this is
okay.
someone new.
I was gonna guess who it was, but never mind.
Zoom out just a little, Kitty. Like here is good.
Yeah.
So I will tell you before you start making guesses about, with regard to the flag, that this person learned something from a poster and has vowed to take this flag down and replace it with a more appropriate one. So there's something negative about this flag that the person who put it up had no idea.
We got some stuff that happened in the chat. Like,
Oh, boy.
Von Rick says, the poster says something about a teenager.
Von Reck is correct. Let me see. Yeah, I didn't get an exact age. So, Kitty, you said female. That is correct. All I know about age is 15 to 18 years old. So that is correct. I don't have an exact age.
I would have said said a little bit like later on,
Mhm.
the 17 to 18, like about to start college.
Okay. So no older than 18, no younger than 15.
Yeah.
Okay. So about this flag, throw some ideas out before I give you this information.
It almost looks like there's an extra stripe on there.
I think that's correct. I'm not. Ben probably knows better than me, but let me give you a hint. It's called. This is called. It's called a lipstick flag. I'll just go ahead and say it. Whoever put this up, this person is pro-trans. All right, and I'll just go ahead and say this: not trans herself, but is a trans advocate, an ally. Right. So put this up. But didn't realize it's what is known as a lipstick transgender flag, which is a transphobic flag because I don't know why. Maybe someone can tell me, but it's called a lipstick flag. I think you're right, Kitty. It's got one extra stripe in there. They're trying to shoehorn in a different agenda or something. Maybe like cis women want to shoehorn in on the action on the movement. I don't know. I'm just guessing at this point, but it's called a lipstick flag. It's not a true trans flag. Or
Beck is saying,
LGBT.
I'm sorry, Jim.
Yes. Go ahead.
Beck is saying it's a pedo flag.
Oh, what?
Is that
That would
I
make
think
even
it's the
more
lipstick
sense.
lesbian flag. No, I
Lipstick
think
what?
it's the lipstick lesbian flag.
Oh, lipstick flag, lipstick. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. I think that's a pejorative, but what it means, a lipstick lesbian, is someone who really isn't a lesbian, just does it for the attention of men, right? Or no?
That was what the original phrase was. Where, yeah, it was just that for attention, at least to my understanding. But there is, like, I'm pulling it up now.
While you're doing that, remember there's reflections. Last time you guys were uncannily nailing things that I didn't even realize because there was reflections. Like, look at this. It's probably nighttime outside, so we can see behind the camera. Look here. So that's a locker, isn't it? With shit all over the side of the locker posted up, like stickers, stuff on the wall here, a plant. Do you guys catching all this?
Yeah,
The
I can
reflection.
somewhat see some.
A lamp, a plant, some stuff on a table, little end table
Is
here.
that like a tapestry behind the door, or is there like
This looks like
that
the
a
doors
door?
to the locker, and this looks like the side of the locker with stuff just plastered all over it, like artwork and stickers. But what is a locker like this? I mean, me being military, this just screams dorm or barracks room. Because look at this locker; it's so standard. You know, it's like an external locker as your closet. I don't know.
Ox is saying a lipstick lesbian pride flag. A lipstick lesbian is a slang for more feminine presenting lesbians who may use makeup.
Oh, I was way off. I thought it was like
Okay.
yeah.
Well, I've heard the term used in multiple ways. Like, I've heard the term used the same way that Jim had. But, looking into it, the person who made the lipstick one, wanting more like feminine lesbians, apparently also has some really transphobic views. I'm like trying to read through and
Not like a TERF though, right? Like a trans exclusionary radical feminist, the ones that think that trans women shouldn't be allowed in women's pro sports, that kind of thing. No, not like that though.
What's on the desk over there?
Yeah, that's an eyedropper. That could be medicine. A do-rag. Oh, wait. What does this tell you? A do-rag tell you what kind of... Does that say anything or suggest anything?
I mean, it looks more like a bandana than an actual...
I see a knot in it. It almost looks like she's wearing it on her head.
I mean, I wear bandanas on my head, like when I'm putting on my makeup or, or when I'm cleaning, sometimes just keep my hair out of my eyes.
A lot of
Definitely
makeup.
looks like one though. The paisleys on it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's go down the list. I got quite a few on this person information. All right, so as far as living arrangements, what kind of housing is this, or how does she? Is this a home? Is it an apartment? A dorm room? Remember
I
her
think
age.
it's a house.
So you think she?
It's possible it
house?
could. Yeah, I mean, but I don't think that the person is old enough to be in a dorm, or very barely. Like I said, I thought they'd be no more than 18, which is possible to be in a dorm, and it could be a room in a sorority house, if they are 18 and not living at home. But it seems to me more like this might be their actual home, like it's their, room. They got their own room, and it's, up there in like the attic space. So
Like
they're
still
probably
what Kitty, you're on the right track. So she's still what?
she's still living at home.
With her parents. You nailed it. Okay.
That's
Sexual
what Vonric
proclivity.
also says.
Oh, go ahead, Tobin.
Oh, that's what Vonric is just said. Something very similar to Kitty.
Oh, okay. Okay. Sexual proclivity. In the original post, they nailed it. So multiple people got this right. So is she straight or gay? First off. Now I told you she's
Well, I
not
mean,
trans, but
lesbian
she's an
flag.
ally. But as to what she is,
Well, it's a lesbian flag, though.
Yeah, she's a lesbian.
But it was Ben that pointed that out first a while ago.
Okay. All right. Ben, you're on the board now. Oh, no, you already were. All right. Kitty's winning by 1 on my vote, but I'm only 1 vote. So Tobin and Kitty get to vote also. All right. Is she currently seeing anybody, or is she single? Does she have a partner?
I don't know. I might actually lean a little bit more towards single. I don't see really any, like, photos, although people do tend to keep photos. Malibu?
Yeah. What is this? An apron? Or a slip? I don't know. Yeah, she isn't currently seeing anybody. You are correct. Where is this at? What part of the world is this in?
I
Where
would
is
say
this
it's
house?
in one of the colder climates, because at least in the South, you don't really very often see attic bedrooms because it just gets too damn hot in the attics.
Does anyone see an outlet? I don't see any outlets. So we can't
I don't
tell
either.
off that. Maybe the waste bins are
Although
another
we
giveaway.
do that too.
Waste bins are very regional for some damn reason. So that waste bin doesn't really scream out any particular place. That's is this some sort of brush? Oh, it's a brush in a dustbin.
Yeah. And it looks like they have like a Fitbit or something.
Fitbit.
So they at least exercise a little, or try to.
So someone nailed it that this is in Germany. I don't know how they did it. Maybe they were looking at the type of manga that's available. Maybe they went into a deep dive. Like maybe some of this,
They have a Ramune soda. They have a Ramune soda bottle on the dresser.
Whoa, what?
No, the one on the far right. Keep going. It's up against the wall. That right there with that blue top, that's Ramune soda. It has a marble in it. And you
the
take
Japanese
the cap off
where you hit the marble and it goes in?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you can get those even here in Texas.
Yes. You can get them here in Florida too. But
that doesn't give away Germany.
They are definitely a weave.
Oh, yeah.
No, but they are definitely a weave.
Oh, right. Japanese culture. Yes. Yes.
The manga,
so this
the
is Germany.
anime posters.
Let's see. In addition to the ukulele, can you tell what else she plays? What besides the guitar and the ukulele? I don't know how, but I know what this is on this table. This is that's how they got it. Someone said they played a reed instrument, probably a clarinet, and they were spot on that she's a clarinet player, because this is a polishing cloth for reed instruments. Holy shit, that is good.
That is a good catch.
She's 5'5". I don't know how someone got that. They nailed it. Maybe because that ceiling, it doesn't really bother her too much. She can shorter.
And that's about average height for a European woman.
Oh yeah. Unless you're in Scandinavia, and what is it, about 6'7"? No, I'm just. We'll see. Oh, she has a buzz cut. That's why I was thinking that do-rag. So because she did, and I did see this hairbrush would throw you off, but she does have a buzz cut. But you don't see anything else hair care, like besides this brush, you don't see a blow dryer or anything, for long hair.
And then
Um,
it looks like maybe mousse or something like that for styling short hair.
oh, this, or there was
Maybe.
something over on the other
It's hard to
side.
tell.
This over here.
Ollie Man's also asking what's on the sign above the mirror.
Above the mirror. This? Oh, yeah. Soprente. Soprents. It looks like a heating air conditioner small unit, doesn't it? It's not a first aid kit. It looks like it's set into the wall. It's a piece of equipment, though. It looks like an air handler type thing, right?
Right, for
It's
the
It
definitely
almost
not
looked like there
US.
was an AC panel on the other wall.
On the other wall. Oh, over here? No, that's picture.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, those are pictures. That's a big, thick
Little
frame.
shadow box type.
Yeah,
They're
shadow
little
box.
shadow boxes. Okay.
Someone caught that they're always late and they nailed it. I don't know how, but they can never be on time, and that they are right-handed. I'm sure if we looked at this, oh, yeah, all this over here on the right side of the table, that would give away right-handed. Everything's pushed to the right. She lives in Germany, but in a rural area. This home is way newer than the rest of the neighborhood, though. And we already talked about she's a trans advocate and didn't realize the flag was a transphobic lipstick flag, quote unquote, and vowed to replace it after this.
Beck is also asking Broody or AED. I'm not sure.
Rudy? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure
What are you saying, Beck? What about Rudy? Rudy. You know that movie? All right. Okay. Let's someone else talk about Diana's kidney fund, and I'm going to queue up the next one.
Okay, I guess leave it to me. We are raising funds to help Diana with all of the ancillary things around her kidney transplant, making sure that someone is there to take care of her because they won't even do the surgery if they can't guarantee that there is somebody that will take care of her post-op.
Yeah, let's support some people so they don't have to suffer. Oh my goodness. Let's help.
Yeah. I mean, and dialysis is really draining on the body. So the sooner we can make it so she doesn't need dialysis anymore, the better for her.
And Diana's ordeal is even harder than normal because she has to travel quite a distance, and dialysis is multiple times per week. So we're talking wear and tear on a vehicle. We're talking gas money, and that's not cheap right now. So there's all that playing into it as well. Okay. And I've been good. I haven't been drinking any alcohol for quite a while, trying just for health reasons, but I'm having a couple today, so I'm going to go get another one. I'm slightly sacrificing my liver for Diana's kidney. That's so wrong. Okay, here we go. Take some initial looks at that. I'll be right back.
Okay. Well, they're obviously either from or in Texas.
What gives that away?
The giant ass fucking cooler with the state of Texas on it, plus the redneck aesthetic of the camo hoodie, and this actually looks like it might be in a trailer home or like an RV.
Yeah, stuff's kind of small.
It's really compacted, like that actually looks kind of like an RV or like a single wide trailer.
Okay. Let's see. I can zoom in, zoom out.
Yeah.
So my initials they are either from or in Texas because of the Texas, cooler or whatever over there, and the general aesthetic of like camo shirt, and that this looks like it is either a RV or a mobile home, like a trailer, like a single wide trailer or an RV.
For those of you that are not aware, on this, this is a styrofoam cooler, very common. That logo is HEB, which is a very popular supermarket in southern Texas.
Yeah, Ollie Man and Vonrick are both saying a camper and RV.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's not a skylight, is it? That looks like it's maybe a skylight.
Well, I mean, a lot of RVs or campers actually have those little dome lights that are
Mhm.
ventilation as well, and that is what that looks like. And with the
What is
smallness of the appliances, that table and bench, like it looks very compacted, like you would find in an RV.
is this 40 kilos of uncut Bolivian marching powder?
It
I'm
looks
just
more
joking.
like a flotation device.
Oh, okay. It looked like a weird way to wrap cocaine for shipment. No. Okay.
No, they look more like those like styrofoam like things that,
Oh,
kids use at a swimming pool or a lake.
floaties. Not
What is
floaties,
it
but
that y'all are
yeah,
pointing
a
at? I'm
boogie
not
board
sure
kind of thing.
where.
The blue things down here, scuffed up, but
Oh,
they do look like they're made
oh,
out of like styrofoam for flotation. Or is it the
And that
lid for
looks like it
that?
could be part of a swimsuit on top of it. So maybe they took like the camper out to the lake for the weekend. Like they've got the camera there for taking photos, like they're on vacation.
Shit, you got me rethinking this entire photo because I know this person and I did not think trailer, but now I'm starting to think trailer. Like whoever sent this photo was throwing me a curveball. Like this is not their normal home because the paneling, I'll just say this, the person that sent me this photo owns very handcrafted, nice paneling wooded home as well. So I thought this was inside their home, but this is starting to look more and more like a trailer.
Yeah. Like I think it's a camper slash RV. I mean, it's possible it's, a small trailer, like a single wide, but because of the camera, the flotation device, the styrofoam cooler, I'm thinking, RV slash camper, and they're going to the lake for the weekend while on vacation, maybe fishing or hunting or both.
A double wide doesn't have a stove this small. So you're right.
No.
It's much smaller than a double wide. It's like a
yeah,
pull.
Vonrick
It
was
might be a
actually
pull
saying that.
along. Oh, really? Who said that?
Vonrick, I would, yeah, he said that a little bit ago. He said that half size stove or range.
All right. So those of you in the live chat, it's time to get busy. If you're holding out, it's time to start making some guesses because right now, looks like the winner of the T-shirt is either going to be Ben, Ollie Man, Von Rick, Tobin, or Kitty. So those 5 right now are the ones I'm looking at. So if you've got guesses, chime in and participate. What's over
There
here
has
on
been
the
some stuff that has been said in the chat here. Ollie Man says the blue things are tarps, very common in campers. Vonrick
tarp?
says those pods
Where's
for something.
the tarp?
The
What
blue
tarp are they talking
things.
about?
I mean, they
Oh,
could be
those are
tarps, but it
tarps?
looks
No,
like styrofoam that was painted and like some of the paint has scuffed off. Because when I was a
exactly.
kid, I had like a little like styrofoam boogie board kind of thing that it was
Mhm.
like that. It was painted and then like the paint would scuff off.
What was
It's
the
like
other
a
thing?
dense styrofoam.
Tobin, someone else said something
Um, yeah,
besides a
Ollie Man
tarp?
was saying, yeah, it's folded up. Vonrick thinks it's a mask on the blue things,
It could be a
and
mask.
No, maybe a diaper. No, a swimsuit. Whoever it's Kitty. I think you said that
Yeah, I
looks
said
like
it
a.
might be part of a swimsuit
That's a
just to
swim
go with the whole
top.
lake theme.
Yeah.
It could be part of a bikini top or
So this.
but it could also be a mask.
Beck
What?
is
How old
also
is this
making.
person? Yeah,
I'd
Beck. What?
say late. I'd say maybe early 30s,
I'm thinking way younger. I'm thinking late teens.
late 20s to early 30s. Like it's
What did
hard to
Beck say,
tell. Like
Tobin?
not seeing
That is definitely a pull behind at least a 20-foot camper.
Okay, keep that in mind. Beck said that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Beck's on the board. Oh, and I'm taking Ben off, even though he's already gotten a bunch of good guesses, because you already won a T-shirt, bastard. So you're not in the running. Nice try trying to get two T-shirts out of me. All right.
You're the one that said it.
I know.
Ben didn't ask.
I'm just goofing. All right. Is that an AC? That's a thermostat up here? Thermostat? Pull-alongs don't have thermostats. What is this?
No, it almost looks like a label of some kind, but
I can't tell.
yeah, it's too blurry.
And then over here, that looks like, is that another?
Oh, Maya Atkinson joined.
Maya.
Hey, Maya.
This looks like another household appliance, maybe something over here. A heater, a space heater. No, it's got.
Might be.
I don't know. I think that's maybe all we can get out of it. But this almost looks like a like this would fold up. Like this isn't always here, and that would make sense if it was a small trailer. This looks like a booth that you would sit in, like at a Denny's, but it could fold up.
Can you zoom in on the cabinets up at the top left?
Up top, that's really grainy.
Games,
family games.
Yeah, it looks like games in there, possibly.
That makes sense.
Which
They're on
would be
vacation.
good for if you're on vacation, you got a long drive. Keep the kids occupied. Or if you're going on like a weekend camping trip, like when it gets dark, you really can't be out in the woods safely. So you have family games to kill time.
Fall tree, never heard of it. Does that give away a part of the world?
It looks like stuff that you get at
Dick's Sporting Goods, but I've never heard of fall tree.
Yeah.
So no one in Texas wears this, and it's got the deer on it. So it's, even though, I mean, it's got to be South Texas, because look at the HEB and the cooler. It's got to be somewhere Waco or more south, like
Waco,
Austin,
forever tainted.
Waco down, maybe further Austin type area, San Antonio. All right, reveal yourself. I think that's all we can do with this one.
All right, yeah, it is a little 20-foot camper. It is the motorhome. It once drove at one point in time.
Oh shit, I still had the banner up. You guys couldn't see everything. Why didn't anyone tell me? I had the donate banner on.
I don't think it was on
zooming in.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Like you were zooming in. It's fine.
All right. Yeah. What did we get right and wrong, Tobin? This is your, did you say son?
Yeah, that's actually my youngest son right there. And that was actually a series of pictures, and he was actually being goofy in it, and that's just one that caught him with his hand up. And I thought, oh, this is perfect to cause some wonder. But yeah,
really
I'm
hard
gonna
to tell
say
the age of someone without seeing their face.
Yeah. But the blue thing, the thing that y'all were wondering about the most, that's actually a Nintendo DS case. It's just it was very used at that time.
A Nintendo DS. Why is it so huge though? Is that how big it is?
It was the deluxe edition. It was a bit larger.
Oh,
and
Jesus.
It also was a case to carry a bunch of games as well.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, that I was muted, that it has it stores a lot of games, I would assume.
So you pulled a mind scrambler on me, Tobin. I thought you were going to take a picture of your house, but this is definitely a trailer that you own, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
They nailed it. Good job, man. Yeah, that threw me way off. I was thinking somewhere in your house, but from what everyone was saying, more and more things were saying, oh, this is a pull. Beck said it's definitely got to be 20 foot or less. The size of that stove.
We had an RV when I was a kid, and it just, I recognized, granted, ours wasn't quite as nice as that one. It was a bit bigger, but it was designed differently. It didn't really have a stove. So but it was, the sizing, just seemed about right,
I'm trying to do. I cannot multitask. There's an evolutionary. I've heard that there's an evolutionary component to that. That males come from hunters. We laser focus on a specific task, and we don't see the big picture, and we just go for what we see right in front of us. And then females are better at seeing the big picture, keeping everyone safe, and multitasking, and being able to observe, very observant, and able to see more than just one thing in front of them. And as far as like protecting the house and the gathering and defensive, I don't know how true that is. I think I read it in The Selfish Gene in Dawkins's book, but it would
I
make total
have to be
sense.
multitasking for me to focus. Like I have to have a video playing. Even if I'm playing a video game, I'll have a video playing where I'm watching YouTube or listening to a documentary. When I'm
That
sewing,
messes me
same
up.
thing.
I can't do
When I'm
that.
sewing, it's the same thing. I have to have either a conversation with someone, like I'm in Discord, or I'm listening to videos or a podcast or something like that. I have to have multiple things going on at once, or I can't focus on what I'm doing.
Or Ollie man, there's always that too. Whatever works.
I will wait until it is federally legal because not risking custody of my kid. Like, granted, it's entirely like highly unlikely that would happen, considering so many states have passed it
You
for
are so
legal recreational.
conscientious.
But
That-
I won't take that risk.
That's so good. I mean, that is commendable as hell.
It's stupid that it's not. Like, I could go drink alcohol. Like, I could literally be drinking every day, and as long as my kid's not getting hurt, nobody's gonna know or say anything. But alcohol leaves your system a lot faster than marijuana does. So just playing it safe, because I'm a little neurotic and my mind goes to these things. Like, I'm not a helicopter parent. The camera might say different, but that's just the special circumstance with my child. I prefer to be more of a stealth bomber parent. Like, I'll let him fall down. I'll let him make his own mistakes as long as it's not going to do lasting harm. But then I'll be in there to swoop in and save him, if it's going to be anything serious.
That's so commendable, though. I mean, you're just like I don't want to like blow smoke up your ass, but you're just a great mom and all. I mean, seeing the way the things we learned about you from the photo, and that's just
I try.
it's great.
I mean, it's hard having a special needs child, and in a way, being special needs yourself, being disabled, like not being able-bodied, it puts me at a disadvantage. And even for an able-bodied person, having a special needs child is a lot. It is more than what is required for a neurotypical child. In fact, I was really sad after my son was born. I had sterilization surgery, and I was really sad I wasn't going to be able to have any more kids. But then we got the diagnosis, and now thinking on it, I'm actually fortunate because it was a blessing in disguise. Because if I had another child, if they were neurotypical, they'd still be getting less attention than they deserve, because my neurodivergent child would need more attention and it would be unfair to them. And if I happen to have another neurodivergent child, I cannot be spread that thin. So then neither child would be getting the attention they deserve. So it all worked out for the best. But I try my best. There's no handbook to this thing.
My wife has done 95% of the parenting, and well, it's not through lack of trying. I think when I'm here, it's just that throughout their entire childhood, I was active duty. I was gone 7 months out of every year, deployed. Which I wasn't even going to do this. I guess I'll do it. This is not to brag. This is not to boast. This is a very serious thing. But here, I'm just going to show it. Damn it. I don't know if you guys can read this, but yeah, that just happened. And so I got replies saying, grab, if you can find a way to get your own body armor, load-bearing vest, and helmet. We don't allow weapons. We supply those, but bring your own body armor. It's a bring your own body armor party, people. And I just talked to the Ukrainian consulate defense attaché in Houston and volunteered my services. So I might be getting on a plane. I don't know when, if they need an old washed up Marine with some skill sets, but I might. Oh, feels
Hey,
weird even
you
talking
you got
about.
preschool
Whoa.
teachers making Molotov cocktails over there,
Yeah,
so I'm pretty sure they will take any able-bodied
exactly.
person to fuck the Rooskies.
That's what I'm fucking talking about.
'Cause
There's
fuck Putin.
80-year-olds with you see that granny in the with the Kalashnikov? So that's what I'm
Yeah.
thinking. Yeah,
If
so
I
I
was
did
over there,
that.
I would be making Molotovs. I would be doing chemical weapons. Like, you know, like that would be I'd be cooking kitchen chemistry stuff, you know?
Yeah. So yeah, I volunteered, and it's mind blowing. My wife
Messed
isn't
up
full.
gasoline and
The
styrofoam.
the reality has not hit her yet because it's been a, I've been retired since 2000, the end of 2012. So I've been stuck at home. I think part of her maybe is looking like wanting me to go. I'm sure she doesn't want me to get killed in battle, but uh, our relationship was built on me being gone 7 months out of every year. And so that was the dynamic. So me being home and retired all the time, it's putting strain on our marriage. This might actually be a marital aid. It might actually help us if I make it back home. I don't know. Well, nothing's for sure, but I did
Well,
put
you'll
my
have to
hat
keep us
in the ring.
posted.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Next one. Oh, let's talk about Diana. That's why we're here. We got 45 minutes left. I think Math Pig. Am I correct, guys? Is Math Pig taking the baton after this? So Math Pig show is the one to be looking out for after our show. We got 45 minutes left. At the top of next hour, we'll turn it over to Math Pig. We have a few more to go here. And so let me put the banner up on one more time. It is the fundraiser for Lavender Lady's kidney, the logistics of getting her a transplant, getting her to and from dialysis, getting her some full-time care. It's a great cause. The link to it, you can click on it. It's in the description section. Please donate. That's why we're here, and we want you. Tobin and I, we personally donate our own ad revenue, our own proceeds from this channel to it. And if you have anything that you can give as well, please do.
There's a charity auction that's coming up.
Oh.
I have made several items that will be going up for auction. And I said to sweeten the pot, you know, with the auction, each listing will have its starting price and shipping costs will be, stated for what each item's going to cost to ship. So it'll be you win the bid at whatever it is, and then you would also pay the shipping costs. However, to sweeten the pot, whoever is able to donate the most out of all of the donations, because there is someone keeping track, I will get with you in DMs and I will give you a list of things that I have made or can make that, you know, might be of interest to you. And I will make you one and I will ship it to wherever you are out of my own pocket.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
And like an example of one of the things that you can choose. Hold on, let me take my ID out so I'm not, doxing myself on stream. But one of the things you can choose is this wallet that I made, and it is a bifold wallet. And the way I designed it, originally this was just black vinyl here, but I put clear vinyl so that you could have your ID and not have to dig it out if you get carded somewhere. There's slip pockets that hold American bills, and there's a slip pocket behind the credit card slots, and then there's two slip pockets up here at the top, and then there's a small zippered magnetic snap closures. And then there's a tiny little zip pocket at the back just for some coins or something.
Oh, like and that. The skull and crossbones. I see that. That's badass.
Yeah. And I could put any fabric that I have. Like if you don't like the skull and crossbones, like I have other fabrics. It's a very small pocket, you know, it's just meant for like a little bit of loose change or maybe like a key or something like that. But then it's also rainbow zipper tape, and this is a rainbow zipper pull. Like my green screen's kind of messing with it a bit, but it's that rainbow metal. Actually, hold on. Let me turn the green screen off for a second. And there we go. Now you can see the rainbow teeth on the zipper, and then the rainbow
chromatic. Yeah.
And then inside the eye is also chromatic.
Holy shit. I envy you
So
artistic types. Like that is pro quality. I could never in a million years create something like, or like Tobin and Kendra with the music. It boggles my mind that when people have like a actual side to their brain.
but
Don't have a
Yeah,
creative bone in my
Kenny is
body.
very
but
creative. That
you'd
is
be able to
awesome.
see, you'd be able to like, do like your ID and be able to see it through there. Or your Sam's card when they go to card you at the door, the 50% of the time that they do. So you're not having to
Awesome.
dig it out of your wallet.
Let's
And these
see.
are going to sell for like, I will be charging about $60 for one of these wallets when my Etsy shop goes live. But that's because the pattern designer also sells, like if you don't want to make it yourself, you can also buy one that they've made and they charge like $70. And I'd feel weird undercutting them too much because then
Oh,
it's like disrespectful to the person that designed it, But like I'm not that company. So, I'm not going to charge as much as them, but also I'm not going to charge $20 for something that they have valued at 70, So
right.
it'll be in the $50 to $60 range for those when I do go to sell them. So that's just something to keep in mind.
That's awesome. Jumping back in, we've got 40 minutes left. We don't have to get through all these, but okay, guys, in the live chat, I said, I was about to say, I don't know, I was about to conflate your all's names, Tobin and Kitty. I think I was about to say Titty or Coben.
I mean,
Oh,
my niece had trouble saying kitty when she was very little, so I was Aunt Titty, and being a 34F, she wasn't wrong. Okay, so this person definitely has a sugar and caffeine addiction.
One of my daughters, I forget which was it, Mallory or Chloe? Their first word was kitty. It was Mallory. It was my oldest. Yeah, her first word was kitty.
That's adorable.
Yeah. Okay. Say start
They
over.
definitely have a caffeine and sugar addiction, like a sweet tooth caffeine addiction, because all those monsters, all that candy, the marshmallow fluff jar on the table, and they're a comic book fan.
I definitely think it's a youthful person.
Take a stab at an age.
I would say like maybe 12 or 14.
I'm gonna say 15.
16.
Okay.
Makes sense.
I was just looking at the Where's Waldo, but they're French.
Whoa. How did you get that?
The Where's Waldo book is in French.
Where is that?
You can see that? Oh my goodness. Is that the top shelf, the yellow book? Is that what that is?
Yeah, Where's Waldo? The top shelf over from the Lucky Charms above the little...
It
It looks like, like Charlie Hebdo headline, Yeah. Holy crap. So what does that tell us?
This is likely a room in France somewhere, or a French-speaking country.
But the Lucky Charms are also in English.
Yeah, there's English everywhere.
And Oreo.
Could be Haiti.
You're closer. Let's just say it's not France, but it is a French-speaking country, and it's not Haiti, but you're getting closer.
French Guyana, maybe.
And they like
you're even closer. What is the live chat? Anything
Iron
in the
Man.
live chat yet before we give it completely away?
There's the person is a collector. That's Ollie Man saying that. Vonrick is saying it's a gamer. Vonrick is also saying most likely male given the superheroes.
Yeah.
Ollie Man is saying is guessing at the age of 13.
It's 16, yeah.
Dragon Ball Z.
This kind of screen?
They're anime
what is this?
That's a tablet.
Oh, it's just a tablet with a set into a custom thing.
Like a case, and that pen would be for drawing. They're probably an artist. Well, there's art stuff everywhere.
Oh,
but
I mean, this is obviously pictures of his family, right?
Probably a picture of him as a baby.
Oh, we're guessing him, but is it him? You guys guessed male because of the
superheroes. The jewelry looks more male, and like thicker chains, and the flames. And while I do love flames, the flames on the back of the chair tend to be more masculine.
Oh yeah, and it looks like kind of a poor, not a. I mean this in a loving way, but a poor person's gamer chair, so they don't have a lot of money. And these
Like
are
a high school student.
homemade handles on the cabinets, even like leather worn handles on these cabinets.
Ox
Maybe
is
it's
making a guess at the name as Aya or Allah.
where did Ox
I,
get that? Because someone in the
I'm
original
wondering
post
that
caught
too.
that too, and they were right on.
I
Ox, how did
missed
you
it.
catch that? Because damn, that was right on.
Ollie Man says Dragon Ball. Bonrick says watercolor paints, too creative as well. Ollie Man is guessing it's a male with the flames on the chair.
His name is it is a male, and his name is Ayla, Ayla. But how did Ox get that? Because someone in the original post got that as well, and I didn't see it. Ayla, I don't see where his name is listed.
Zoom in on the desk.
Where? Zoom in on what?
Closer to the desk.
Okay.
The up higher. He said the Coke can, so it'd be at the top.
Oh, at the top, Coke can.
Because it was
No shit. I forget that there's personalized.
Oh,
So this Quebec?
No, it's
good.
but that is a
eye.
French-speaking
Other
country. That's
French-speaking
correct.
countries.
It is
Hey.
it is the Ivory Coast, but he's not from the Ivory Coast. He just lives there now.
Okay.
So he's not he's not from there. He lives there now. Both his parents are the same nationality, and they're both French-speaking, but it's not France. Wait.
Okay.
No, they may not be French. Okay, I'm just going to say both his parents are Lebanese. I don't know how anyone caught that. So let's see, Lebanese. He lives in.
Maybe
How do you
like
pronounce Ivory Coast?
or
Is it Côte d'Ivoire? Côte. I know it's Côte. It's Coast d'Ivory. Côte d'Ivoire. Male. He lives in the Ivory Coast. Parents are Lebanese. He does not have diabetes, despite all
I
the
said
giveaways.
sugar addiction, not
Right,
diabetes.
Right, correct. No, I know, but in the original post, everyone was saying you have diabetes and you're overweight. Actually, he's very underweight.
Better love that
His name is
metabolism while
Isla.
you got it, boyo.
Yeah. Artistic, like personally artistic, would you say?
Yes, I think that tablet is used for drawing because of the pen attachment for it that's attached to the case.
Oh, Von Reck wants to see the jewelry again. Hold on, let me get there.
I was just about to mention that.
Oh, thanks, Tobin. All right. Easy, dogs. Hey. Gonna piss me off. Arin's parrot always squawks when he does a show, so I don't care too much. But I'm not Arin. Not all these are jewelry. Like that's a wind chime. These are Polaroids with dates. Is it dates on there? Yeah, those are dates. Probably a very tight family, right? Would you say a very tight family? Because he's got Polaroids of family. He's got family photos on the desk. Everything's dated and displayed. But here, I have something in my notes. Oh, his mom disowned him for it looks like religious reasons. So that makes sense.
Magic the
I don't see any
Gathering?
pictures of mom. Hates his mom.
It looks like he plays collectible card games, or at the very least, he kept that one for the artwork with the
this one right
dragon
here?
on it. Yeah.
At least it's not a white lotus, because you wouldn't want
It
to
was
put
Black
that on
Lotus.
your wall. Oh, is it Black Lotus? What's the one that's worth a Lamborghini that you do not want to?
First edition Black Lotus, or
Holy
Alpha
shit.
Black Lotus. Yeah.
How do you know that?
Because I used to
Geek.
play Magic the Gathering. I played the shit out of Magic the Gathering in middle school. Look, I was the nerdy goth girl, okay? Like I
That's
read
cool.
comic books, and I met my son's father at a comic book shop when I joined his Pathfinder game, which Pathfinder is kind of like D&D for those not in the know. So it's like Dungeons and Dragons. That's how I met the father of my child. Was at a comic book shop. So
Oh,
there's my little nerd cred.
that's cool. I was busting balls. Yeah, he is not religious, so his mom disowned him because he doesn't come out and say he's an atheist, but he's not religious, and that's why his mom disowned him. He's right-handed. Let's see if we can figure that out. Mouse pads are the best giveaway for handedness. I don't see a mouse pad.
Well, because there's not really a computer there; it's a tablet.
Right. Yeah.
But it looks like the paints are on the right-handed side.
Mhm.
And,
Ollie Man has also got something to say. He's got a question.
Hit me. I can't see it.
Anyone know about the black bottle on the left of the desk with the owl is about?
It looks like a water bottle.
It seems like it's
vinyl
a
on it.
distinctive logo, but I am not familiar with it. That is a different looking. I'm not. That looks like unlike any water bottle I've ever seen.
And the Axe body spray.
I guess that's everywhere. Okay, so right here, guys, I think this is why this right here, this might be, I could be wrong, but there were some prescription medicines in the original post. Someone mentioned it and said it was for a bladder infection, and they nailed it. This guy recently had a bladder infection about a month ago. And someone could identify these drugs as for bladder infection, which blows my mind.
I mean, antibiotics are pretty standardized, like in, like they do tend to, look alike. I had a friend that we both ended up, we're halfway across the world and ended up with a UTI around the same time. And the antibiotics we took looked pretty similar.
Ah, okay. And he's artistic. We went over that. The last thing on this one is sexual proclivity.
I would say not straight, like either, somewhere in the alphabet mafia, and that might also have contributed to the disownment or estrangement, I should say.
You are correct. He's gay, and he's got a long-term male partner he's been with for a long time. Yeah.
This isn't a kid. Like
He
earlier,
is
I was
16.
guessing like teens.
He's 16.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it just says long-term male partner, so I don't know how long
I mean,
long-term is.
long-term could be a year for a 16-year-old.
Yeah, 16-year-olds.
I mean,
who knows?
when I was 16, like I went through a lot of paramours. So high school, it's a different time. Everything just is so skewed, like timeline wise.
Yeah. 28 minutes left. We got to leave a little room at the ass end for plugs again, remember? So maybe we can get through hopefully at least 2 more. Let's just jump right into another one.
This is a lot of fun though. I'm actually having a blast.
I love this. Based on viewer count though, I'm the only one that loves this apparently. This is the least popular series I do on my show, next to my disc golf and health series. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. If I'm going to do a disc golf, anything related to disc golf, which I tried very hard because I would bring in atheists and believers and we'd play disc golf. We talk about religion, not good enough. No one wants any of that. I just need to make a separate channel. I've already come to terms with it now because none, my 8,000 viewers do not want to hear about disc golf ever again. And that's okay. The crowd has spoken. Okay.
I think that this is a valuable tool, though. Like, it's community engagement and it's learning and, testing our reasoning skills. Like, especially in this community, exactly. we want to, like, pick out details and, like, dig into things and try to understand them better. So it's a good mental exercise. Stretch the brain muscle.
Exactly. And just risking being completely wrong about something, which I think is good training for believers and non-believers, not being so dogmatic or biased, and being able to admit, oh, I was way off, you know?
Well, they definitely like the Wachowskis' work.
Is it Lana and Lily Wachowski?
The
And
Wachowskis and Guillermo del Toro are like my favorite directors. Like,
oh, geez.
I love the Wachowskis' work. I think they do an amazing job. Like, Sense8 was fucking phenomenal. Like, The Matrix is
I have
great
not
too. Don't
seen
get me
that.
wrong, but Sense8 was the
Mhm.
first. Granted, I was a little bit hormonal because like I used to never get the feels on things. Like I was told I had no soul because I didn't cry at the opening of Up. But then I watched Sense8 by the Wachowskis. I had full on tears in my eyes. Like I got misty. Like and
I
I
need to
felt
see
for those
that.
characters. It's so good.
You guys
And
make your
it's
initials,
inclusive and
and I'll
amazing.
be right back.
All right, let's see.
I'll say Guy Who Wears Gear and Jenny Morgan have joined us.
Oh,
They
hey,
joined.
Jenny. All right, yeah, this is definitely, it looks like a dude or a mask presenting person's closet. Like there's no rhyme or reason or organization, just stuff shoved places. There's a disco ball up there, and I think it's a belt buckle collection. Like next to the disco ball. I think. They kind of look like belt buckles, at least from here.
Or maybe one of those baskets that are like weaved.
Maybe.
I don't know.
But it looks more like it's, got multiple things set on it, like it's little rows.
Okay, I'm back.
Can you zoom in next to the disco ball?
Up
I'm
top.
trying to see if, yeah, I'm trying to see if that's a belt buckle collection.
Oh, up here.
Yeah, I think that is a belt buckle
Oh,
collection.
yeah.
So it's
Are those
definitely a dude's closet.
belt buckles?
I think so.
Are they patches
Oh, yeah, they
or
might be
pins?
patches or pins.
Maybe it's assorted stuff.
Yeah, it might be.
That's a patch for sure. Oh, this might be. I don't know.
Yeah. Pins, coins, things they've collected. Maybe they're,
Live
I don't
chat
know,
saying
maybe they're
anything? I can't see
ex-military.
it.
Yeah, Ollie Man says it's a suitcase. Thinks it's a suitcase.
This is a suitcase?
Bondrek could be belt buckles.
This looks like a display something. That's not a
Yeah.
Yeah, it
suitcase,
looks
is
like a
it?
display box.
Where's the suitcase?
I'm not sure, but I was thinking it was what we're saying with the pins and stuff on it.
Oh, from here, is it a suitcase? It looks more like some
Possibly.
sort of display, almost like a homemade display thing, because it looks not exactly.
Yeah,
See
Ollie Man's saying that was before we zoomed in.
oh, okay,
Like,
like the cloth is not tacked down perfectly, like it's homemade.
yeah, it definitely looks like pins and maybe belt buckles, just a
This is like
collection
a
of
continent.
things.
That's a continent. See, these are all different continents on here, or
Maybe
different land masses.
medals for places that they've traveled or like things they've done.
Yeah, Bondrek is saying mementos.
And something caught my eye. This shirt, or what is it?
Yeah, and Ollie Man was saying that he was saying that before we zoomed in. He made that guess.
I'll tell you right now,
On
this
the
is a
right-hand
hockey
side.
sweater. Do they call it sweaters in hockey? Not jerseys, right? This is a hockey jersey or sweater. And I don't think, I'm not a hockey fan. I don't think that's US.
And then there's like some misfit looking thing, like the MIS on the
Oh, this?
sweater on the far. Yeah.
Looks English
Miss
or English
transportation.
language.
It's MIS something transportation.
Mhm.
Yeah, and Vonrick was wanting to go to the right side, saying
Right side.
something about a logo on the right-hand side.
Yeah, it's this MIS transportation. Huh.
Ben is
No.
asking if the person is military. Military gives out a lot of challenge coins.
Who is that, Von Rick?
Dr. Ben.
Okay. Yes, those are challenge coins. I'm just,
Oh.
I'll level with you. This is my closet. Over here on the right side is my wife's stuff. So that's MISD. That's the independent school district that she's a bus driver for. So this whole side is
Oh, okay.
hers. So disregard that. And that's a picture of me coming out of boot camp, I think. So I didn't catch all of it. That's me in dress blues up there in that photo. And these are challenge coins. Good job, Ben. And that is a collectible. I think it's Powerade Matrix
Looks like a
edition.
Powerade bottle.
Yeah, it's a Matrix Powerade collectible, still with the Powerade in it. There's all. It's the greatest
Don't ever
motion
open
picture.
it.
It's the greatest motion picture ever made. I've got every action figure still in the box. That's what this box is full of. All the small ones, Neo and Trinity, and even those. Remember those white twins that could go into ghost form in the second movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I got them all.
I love the Matrix films.
Oh,
Like
dude,
they
the
were
soundtrack
really well
is even
done.
better than the movie. I think.
I don't
It's a
know,
shit.
like the story, like the Wachowskis do such a good job of making their characters feel three-dimensional and not flat. Like even though Neo is literally the hero's journey, that basic archetype story of you have the person who finds out they're destined for greater things and they go on to accomplish those greater things, you still like don't feel like he's a flat caricature of that archetype. Like you actually do feel like he's a character. And I think that they did an even better job, with their characters in Sense8. Like, it is a very inclusive cast. There's a trans character, lesbian couple, there's a gay man, there's a woman in Korea who is a hard worker and an MMA fighter, but then
Sense Eight. I'm writing
take the
that down.
fall
I'm watching
is
that.
forced to take the fall for her brother's embezzling and goes to prison for him. And like the whole premise of the show is you have these 8 people and it's their cluster and they can literally visit each other like telepathically and they can even take over each other's bodies. So like at one point one of them's in a fight and they don't know what they're doing. The Korean chick can come in and just go kung fu on their ass and just like, kick some ass. Or like the gay guy that learned how to bartend, someone needs bartending and needs to be flashy for a bartending thing to get this gig. Oh, well, he can take over their body for a minute and do this stuff. You've got like an action star and like you've got a mafia guy. Like it's crazy. And even a cop. Like there's
When did
so
this
much.
come out?
It was a Netflix original. It came out several years ago and they only did 2 seasons and then they canceled it, but then they brought it back for like a 2-hour movie to kind of wrap up some of the plot lines. The movie wasn't as great as it could have been, but they had to condense all the story that they had planned on doing into a 2-hour thing to kind of give you some closure. So you kind of have to suspend disbelief a little bit because a lot of the things they were going to weave throughout the story, they had to kind of cram into a really fast pace to give you a happy ending. But
Hmm.
it was amazing, but it cost them so much money because they filmed this on location. They filmed it in Iceland, in the United States, in
Oh shit.
South America, in Korea, in Germany. Like
Whoa.
they filmed in India. Like every person in the cluster was from a different country and they filmed on location in all of these countries. So it cost Netflix a fuck ton of money, but it had a really dedicated fan base, but they just did the cost benefit analysis and they're like, yeah, it's not worth
Oh,
it for us
is
to
it a
keep this going.
series or a movie?
It's a series. It's got
Shit.
2
How many
seasons and then the
seasons?
final, it's 2 seasons and then the wrap up film that they did. It was like a 2-hour
And it's
or
all on
so
Netflix.
special. It's all on Netflix. It was a Netflix original.
Cool.
It
Yeah,
is
I enjoyed The
phenomenal.
Matrix too, and those storytellers, those guys are pretty cool.
Gals now. They're both transgender females now. The Wachowskis. What a coincidence is that? I mean, is that biological?
I mean,
it
I
blows me
honestly
away that
believe
they
it's
both went
biological.
trans female at the same exact time.
Well, no, I mean, it makes sense. You know,
I
you're
guess,
born
yeah.
how you are, and it's possible that it's something. I mean, it's definite that there's something in our genetics that makes us, bi or gay or, what have you, or trans. And so when you have two people with similar genetics because they're siblings, like it does like correlate. Like if you look, like you usually have more than one gay sibling, or it tends to kind of like run in families.
Huh.
Not always, but I've at least noticed that it does tend to correlate a little bit higher than the average. That it's like if you have one autistic child, you have a higher likelihood of having another one. Same thing with if you have one queer child, you have a higher likelihood of having another one end up queer, at least in my experience from what I've observed.
Uh, we've got exactly 15 minutes left. We still have to do plugs. I just got a phone call. It was from a Marine buddy of mine who also volunteered to go to Ukraine, and we're going to try to go together. He just called. So you guys want to do another one of these, or do you want me to call him back and put it on the air? I don't know if I want to, because he's got a potty
I
mouth.
wouldn't want to. Yeah,
No,
I
okay.
wouldn't want to
Yeah.
necessarily put him
Put
on
him on the spot
blast
like that. Okay.
and put him on the
Because
spot.
I think he's
So,
got extra body armor, and we're supposed to link up before we go, and it's not even for sure yet. I don't want to get anyone's hopes up. Oh, not hopes up, but like I don't want to like end up getting everyone thinking Jim's going to go to war, and then I don't. So I don't want to make a huge deal out of it yet. But when I do go, fucking, it's game face time. You can imagine it's going to be game face time. Let's do one more, and then we'll do plugs. Let's see. Okay, last one, guys. Ooh, not a whole lot. It's okay.
I'm pretty
Let
sure
me
they
see.
don't have kids, or if they do,
Uh,
they're older kids.
I'm going to give a little time for the live chat to chime in before I say anything. So Kitty says no kids.
Or
Looks like
older
they got a
kids.
desk with a stool there that they may do some work right there, and they got a backpack there.
Oh, right here.
So they must like take their work on the go. Maybe.
Work on the go. Okay.
Oh,
There's
they
a
got their
laptop on the
kitchen right there
couch.
too.
Would you say it's obviously an apartment, right? Not a house?
Yeah, no,
Or
it
is it
looks
an apartment?
like a studio, like a small, one bedroom or a studio apartment,
A dorm, maybe? Is it a
maybe a
dorm?
dorm. But I would lean more towards just a very small apartment. So it might be in one of the more expensive cities, like LA, New York, etc. Because,
Wait, I can't let that one go. Yes, you nailed that one. It is this person is a upper middle class, comes from an upper middle class family or upper class family. So it is an
but
expensive part of town.
Ollie
which
man
is why
thinks
you
it's
pay
an
a lot of
apartment.
money for a lot less space.
Right.
Is that a
Ollie man
drink on
is
the
saying,
floor?
"What's the brown thing on the ground in front of the couch?"
I just noticed that right before you said that. And hold that thought, Kitty. I'll get back to you. That looks like bourbon. Wait, it's too watery looking. It's not
It
hard
looks like
liquor. It might
tea.
just be
It,
tea. Yeah.
it looks like a cup of tea.
Cup
Because
of
like
tea.
it's a teacup. Like it's got the little curved handle.
They're definitely renting because I would never put if I owned, if that's real hardwood, I wouldn't put a drink on it. Oh, what were you saying now, Kitty?
No, I was saying it looked like there was a drink on the floor. I was
Oh,
commenting on the
before
same thing you
that,
guys were.
before Ollie
Oh,
Man.
we all like kind of like zoned in on that.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Well, I had said there's a laptop on the couch.
Yeah. Is that a mouse pad
Oh.
next to it? No. What is that green thing?
It looks like a coaster, maybe?
It's
Or
on.
one of those fidget poppers. Like my son has them. They've got the little bubbles on them, and so the person might have ADHD.
Dude, if you are right, let me look at my notes. I don't see anything to confirm that, but that is a good guess. Oh, wait. So, wait. Oh, I do have one medical condition, but it's not psychological. All right. So, this biological sex, first off, what would we guess?
Are the ports
I
on a computer the
Ports on the
same
computer.
in America, around
If
the
they're
world.
USB, I believe USB is universal.
Yeah,
So that's
one of these is an HDMI also probably, but there's more than my computer has. This is a lot right here. Mine only has
Yeah,
two
it's not
on
a
one side. Yeah, it's got two on each
it's
side.
it looks to be at least a mid-tier laptop, maybe
Yeah.
not like high-end gaming, but it's more than your $600 Lenovo that you get from
Yeah.
Walmart on Black Friday,
You guys never buy Lenovo's, and now it remains to be seen whether China did this on purpose. But every time you log into a Lenovo laptop, also log into the customer service in Beijing. Now, whether or not the the Chinese government is using that information, so they could potentially be getting anything off your computer that they want. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. When I worked for I spent 9 years on and off at Fort Meade, Maryland. If you guys know what I'm talking about, I'm not going to come out and say it. It's a 3-letter agency, and we had some Lenovo's, and we had to scrap them all and replace them. So yeah, bad news. Whether they're malicious about it or maybe it's just but yeah, don't buy Lenovo's. What else? So biological sex.
I would lean towards masculine just because the decor, like it's just kind of bland and utilitarian, and like even the
Spartan.
little like hanging towels, yeah, it's very Spartan. Even the hanging towels are in black and white, everything is pretty
Yeah.
basic, and black backpack, black stool. The only Christmas decoration, that's probably their Christmas tree right there, is that little
That's probably their Christmas tree. Yeah.
small apartment,
Yeah. It's almost Art Deco, just
Can
chrome
you
black.
scroll down just a little bit? Like
Down.
of what's on the shelf below the Christmas tree. Can you
Oh,
zoom in a
just
little?
right below the Christmas tree.
Yeah, that black bag there.
Textbooks, maybe.
No, like that bag, and it almost looks like the kind of bag my dad has for checking his blood sugar.
Oh, let me check. Because he does. I have a listed medical condition here. No, I don't have that. Do you guys see headphones anywhere? Because headphones up top. Okay, so these are really high end. Someone in the original chat said somehow could tell that these were super high end headphones, higher than Blaupunkt or Bose or Olufsen or whatever those are.
Well,
But
they
these
look
are
like wireless headset,
yeah.
and those tend to
Um,
be more expensive.
they probably made a leap from there and said that you don't like wearing earbuds, maybe because they're uncomfortable. And well, it is a male. He admitted that, yeah, he cannot wear earbuds because they give him a rash, and he's a huge music lover. All
That's
right,
unfortunate.
yeah.
The earbuds mess with my ears too. Like I
Really?
much prefer having the outside sitting one.
Let's kind of speed it up. Okay, marital status. I want to give time for plugs too.
I would say likely bachelor.
Correct. Pets or no pets?
No pets.
Correct. Age?
I'd say mid-30s.
Tobin?
I was gonna guess in that range too. Yeah, from late 20s to mid 30s.
I got mid-20s here. I don't have an exact age. Mid-20s. You
Okay,
guys
you were closer.
Yeah, you guys already got check the live chat too, Tobin. We're gonna jam through this.
Ollie Man is saying 35, single. Yeah.
Oh, got single, mid-20s.
Yeah.
Someone lives in a big city and a high-end part of town. Rents doesn't own. It's not a dorm. It's an apartment. PhD student in a STEM field. I think these textbooks over
I can
here.
see that with the
Yeah.
computer and maybe the textbooks. It's hard to read what's on them. It's a bit blurry.
Used to do art, but hasn't in a long time. Upper middle class family. And that's all I got on this person. All right.
That was fun.
Awesome. See, I almost forgot T-shirt again. So let's do a vote real quick. And let me go to my voting page. So I've got, I put some votes. Here's some honorable mentions. I'll give my vote first. Honorable mentions, Jenny Morgan, Ox, Tobin, and the ones I'm looking at are Ollie Man, Kitty, and Von Reck. And I'm going to lean, gosh, Von Reck did really well.
Von
But
Reck has my vote.
Ollie
But
Man or
Ollie
Kitty?
Man is
I'm
very
going
close.
Kitty. I'm going to go Kitty. Not that I love you in the live chat. I just feel like Kitty. But Ollie Man and Von Reck are really close runners up. So I'll go Kitty. What do you say, Kitty?
I like. It's really hard between Von Reck and Ollie Man. Like, I lean towards Von Reck just because like they were kind of on point like early on, and then later Ollie Man was kind of on. So I was kind of keeping a tally, and it's like Von Reck pulled ahead early, and then Ollie Man like caught up, but Von Reck was already
Awesome.
pretty much at the finish line for me.
Yep. Tobin, this is not necessarily a tiebreaker. If you give us something besides Kitty and what did you say, Kitty? It was Von Reck?
Von Reck.
Von Reck.
Von Reck
If
and
you say
Ollie, yeah.
if you give someone other than Von Reck or Kitty, if you give a third one, then we can do a vote of those three then.
Actually, I'm right there with Kitty as
Okay.
well. I think both of them were very active in the chat, but I think Von Reck did a good job. I'd like to give
Okay.
it to that person.
If Von Reck, if you're still in here, there's a million ways to get a hold of me. I'll leave it up to you how to do that. If you're not in here, if someone knows Von Reck,
They just said that they had to go for dinner
Yes.
a few minutes ago,
Oh,
but they will be
that's
back
right.
for Math Pig stream, so we can let them know that they
Yes.
won then.
I'll be watching that too. So I will let Von Reck know he won. And great job. We got 4 minutes. Let's do plugs again. We'll start with Tobin this time.
Yeah, please come jam out with me. Come listen to the music I put together. I played those drums. Those drum tracks that's not a computer machine that put those together. I played that. Kendra is put effort into this as well. She's playing the bass on it, and like we've put quite a bit of effort. Although I'm not being as like pedantic about little things, so there are little like what could be considered flaws, but we're enjoying ourselves making these. It's some of the best music that I've put together to this date. It definitely is some of my best work. And please come hang out with me and jam out to my songs. Tell me what you think.
Outstanding.
And that's it.
Kitty.
And support Lavender Lady. Yep.
Yes, definitely support Lavender Lady. Definitely check out the other streams that are going on this weekend. It's all in support of a pillar of the community who matters a lot to a great number of people, and we are trying to make her life not only better in the short term but longer. Because I'll be that asshole. Like, when you need a transplant, when you're on dialysis, if you don't get the transplant, you can't stay on dialysis forever. I'll just leave it at that. And we want to keep her around, So yeah. And then I don't know if you guys can see what it says for my name, but that's actually Ukrainian next to it. And it basically means glory to Ukraine, which was a phrase that was outlawed when Ukraine was swallowed up by the Soviet Union. So it is a prideful thing, and like it would be used in greeting, and then the response would be glory to the heroes. So I stand with Ukraine. Fuck Putin. I'm gonna get my little soapbox on that one. He's a fucking asshole, and he is basically edging us closer to complete nuclear annihilation, which is terrifying. Like, even if you're not a parent, but if you have a small child, you can't explain that. Like, I mean, I'm just glad that he has no understanding of what's going on, so he's not going to be worried about it if shit goes the worst possible. I don't think Putin's that stupid, but you never know. Like, he's not acting rationally. Like, he COVID scrambled his brain or something. And it's terrifying. So, anything you can do, to help Lavender Lady, and, to just like pay attention to what's going on. Don't just check out. I know it can be overwhelming and it can be tiring, the fact that we could be going into another world war, but like just keep an eye on things, but cite your sources, like vet your sources. Don't just listen to whatever random person says. Like make sure you're getting valid, accurate information, because there's a lot of propaganda out there, right now. And just, I'd say thoughts and prayers, but it's really just good wishes for the people of Ukraine. And if, I don't know if they're accepting blood donations from the United States for Ukraine, but if they are and you are eligible to donate, I would recommend going to donate blood. In fact, even without Ukraine, if you're eligible to donate, I would recommend going to donate blood, because there's always a shortage of blood. And that's one way that you can help save lives without having to actually do much other than sit in a chair for 20 minutes. It's not that bad.
It is time. It is time. Sorry, Kitty. I
It's
don't want to
fine.
take away from Math Pig. Math Pig is next. You can find him easy. If you're lucky, he'll put on his mankini for donations. So that's what I'm looking forward to. Go there now. And thank you
see.
guys. Thank you so much. And that will do it. See you next time.
Bye, guys.